Before we start, let us pray first. May I request Jenny to please lead our prayer. Okay, thank you, Jenny. Please take your seat. May I know who are absent today? Wow, perfect attendance. And now, for that, let's clap our hands. Okay, before we proceed to our new lesson, let's have an activity first. Our activity is entitled Identify My Location. I will show a different pictures and you're going to identify which or where they came from, whether it is from Luzon, Visayas, or Mindanao. And if you want to answer, just raise your hands. Are you ready? Okay, if you're ready, let's get started. First picture, the ruins. Who can identify? Yes, what is your answer? Okay, let's see. The ruins is located in Visayas, specifically in Talisay City, Negros Occidental. Okay, are you ready for the next question? Next picture. Next picture. Next is the Maukom Mosque. Who can identify? Yes. Okay, let's check. It is located in Mindanao in Datu, Saudi Ampatuan, Maguindanao. Next, San Miguel Arcangel Church. Who can identify? Let's check. Okay, it is located in Visayas and Argao, Cebu. Next, San Sebastian Church. Who can identify? Yes. Okay, let's see. It is located in Luzon, in Paseo del Carmen Street, Quiapo, Manila, Metro Manila. Next, Bell Church. Who can identify? Okay, let's check your answer. This from and located in Luzon, in Barangay Balili of La Trinidad, Benguet. Next picture. Next is Grand Mosque of Cotabato City. Who can identify? Yes. Okay, let's check your answer. Okay, in Mindanao, specifically in Cotabato City. Next picture. Chapel of Cartwheel. Yes, it is. Let's check if your answer is correct. In Visayas, in Manapla, Negros Occidental. Next picture. Sheikh Karimul Makdum Mosque. Okay, let's check if your answer is correct. Located in Mindanao in Barangay Tubig, Indangan, Simunol, Tawi-Tawi, Philippines. It is located in Mindanao. Next picture. Giok Church Ruins. Okay. Can identify? Let's check. It is located in Mindanao, Island Province of Camiguin, Mindanao. Okay. Your answer as it is okay if your answer is wrong. It's just because it's just our pre-assessment. But first, before we move on in our lesson, let's have a recall about our previous lesson. Who can recall what is our lesson is all about last time or our previous lesson? Yes? Okay. That is right. We discussed about it last meeting. So we will just continue our lesson. It's just a continuation of our previous lesson. So first, let us arrange the scramble words. Okay, are you ready, class? Okay. First word you're going to assemble. What do you think is that word? Okay, let's check if it's Grand Mosque. Yes, your answer is right. It is Grand Mosque. Next word. It's quite difficult to assemble. Let's check. Ichik Karimol Makdam Mosque. Now let's proceed to next scramble words. Okay, let's see. The word is Zamboanga City Hall. Next word. Okay, let's see if it is Dimauco Mosque. Okay, it is Dimauco Mosque. Last word. It is? Yes. The last word is church. How about the first word? That is right. It's the old church. Now that you answer all the scrambled words correctly and you arrange it correctly, let's have a question. We will answer this question after you scrambled all the words correctly. First question. How did you find the activity? Who can answer? Yes? Okay, that is right. Any other answer? Yes, share it to the class. Okay, that is right. And now let us proceed to second question. How you were able to assemble the letters? Paano yung to na-assemble ang mga letters correctly? Okay, yes? Any additional answer? Yes. Okay. Now, let's proceed to the last question. What struggles did you encounter while answering the activity and what did you do to solve it? Answer? Okay, that is right. You need to focus ko anong letters. Tapos, i-assemble mo siya. Any other answers? Yes. Okay, that is right. Now that you're done in answering the three questions, we'll proceed to Arts and Craft of Mindanao. Elements of art and architectures. So first, we will discuss the elements of art. There are there are different elements of art. It includes line, shape and form, value, color, texture, and space. But first, we will discuss about line. So what is line? Lines are created through connection of points and are defined as the side-by-side placement of an infinite number of points. A line has no width because a point has no measurable size. In art, a point becomes depth. Through in art, a line usually has both length and width, but length is the most important dimension. There are different examples of line. It includes vertical lines, horizontal lines, diagonal lines, zigzag line, and curved line. So it said that line has no measurable size. So ang lines is continuous, ga-continue lang na. For example, paano kita makahimo ka line through dots? Ang dots, connect natin, then connect and connect, then the result is line. So it is said that line has both length and width, but length is the most important dimension. So ang length, when we talk length sa line, amoran ang measurement halin sa length is kalabagan, right? So ang moron ang halin gid nag-start ang point, then ang end point. So mamana natin kung ano ang length. But with do hindi natin siya ma-measure. So line, hindi gid siya ma-measure ang line. That is stated there that point or line has no measurable size. Now let us proceed to the element of art that is shape and form. First, we will discuss about shape. What is shape? Shape builds on line and color, as it has to be made of one or both of this. Shape is the property of two-dimensional form, usually defined by a line around it or by change in color. There are two main types of shapes, geometric and organic. When we see geometric, examples of geometric shapes are square, rectangle, and triangle. On the other hand, when we say organic, these are the natural lang or organic, makita lang natin sa palibot like clouds and leaves. Ang shape ng clouds and leaves. Form. Form is actual three-dimensional shape, though it is often used to describe the illusion of three-dimensionality as well. Like shape, form can be geometric and organic. Okay. Ang similarities ka shape and form is both of them can be geometric and organic. O, pero pwede sila maging geometric or organic ang shape and form. Ang shape, it's a property of two-dimensionality form. Usually, ma-define mo ang shape with the use of line. Makamake kita ka shape with the use of line. Without line, di kita kahimo ka shape. Bisan ano parang yung kind of shape. Sa form naman, the illusion of three-dimensionality. Okay, illusion is either two-point perspective or one-point perspective. Amoran ang form. Now, let's proceed to value. What is value as elements of art? Value is the gradation from light to dark. For example, gradation from light to dark, like pwede man maging siya dark to light or light to dark. Amaran ang one of the elements of art nga value. Okay, let's talk about color. What is color as elements of art? Color is a basic element of art that involves light. When light is reflected off the object, kung ma-reflect ang light sa object, amor makasi natin ang colors. Sa elements of art naman tana, ang color is elements of art kay nagapadugang siya kang it adds catchy or pwede magapa namin ipagid siya sa isa ka art kung may color. So, that is why ngayon, ang color is one of the basic element of arts. Without light, hindi man natin makita ang color. Next, texture. Texture is the feeling of a surface, real or represented. This might refer to the roughness or smoothness of actual objects in art media or the illusion of this property. Okay, sa texture, art, hindi man natin makaptan ng art, but through texture, paano natin mamanaan ang texture? Ma-discuss natin na later kung paano natin mamanaan ang art kung ang texture niya is smooth or rough. True art lang. Ginakita natin. Hindi natin makaptan. Last element of art is space. What is space? Space refers to a feeling of depth or three-dimension. It can also refer to the artist's use of the area within the picture plane. The area around the primary object in art is known as negative space, while the space occupied by primary object is known as positive space. So sa space, there are two types, the negative space and the positive space. When we say negative space, it's this area around lang ka primary object, which means, for example, ang primary object is middle. So, ang negative space, amuran ang mga space around the primary object. While, when we say positive space, is the space na ma-occupied kang primary objects. Amor gira ang center, amor ang primary object, amor ang positive space. Again, there are two types of space, the positive space and the negative space. Now, we are done in discussing the elements of art. Again, what are the elements of art? It includes, can you give one? Okay, line. Other elements of art? Okay, values and shape. Other elements of art? Value, yes, that is right. Color, yes. Texture, and space. Again, we will. What are the elements of art? The elements of art are line, shape and form, value, color, and texture. Now we're going to discuss the architectures of Mindanao, the cultural architectures and beyond Mindanao Mosque. As we are discussing the different architectures of Mindanao, we will also identify the elements of art that we can see in each architectures. Okay, first architectures or mosque rather is the Grand Mosque of Cotabato City. This is also known as Sultan Haji Hassanal Bolkiah Masjid. This mosque now stands as the country's largest mosque. The mosque flares its grandiosity near the coastal tip of Cotabato City, where it flaunts its golden glow, especially during sunset. Okay, this Grand Mosque of Cotabato is one of the country's largest mosque. So in Philippines, amo siya ang mosque here lang sa Philippines na is amo ang pinaka largest na mosque in our country. This mosque makita natin ang anang namin nga view if during ka sunset kay gaglow gid siya is gaglow gid ang sun dyan mag sunset. And now let's analyze the Grand Mosque of Cotabato City. What are the elements of art can you see in the mosque? Yes, there is line. Yes, there is also color. Can you see shape and form? Yes, there is shape and form. There is also texture. Okay, when we talk about texture, what can you say about its texture? It is rough or smooth? Okay, it is smooth. Can you see man nga? Why gid siya sa mga things nga feel nyo is rough. So, smooth ang texture. How about space? What is the positive space? Okay, ang positive space, ang space nga where ang ginalocate ang mosque on while the negative space ang mga spaces around it. Okay, now let's move on to the next architecture. It's the Sheikh Karimul Makdum Mosque. Sheikh Karimul Makdum Mosque, okay, it is last May 24, 2013, our late President Benigno S. Aquino III signed the Republic Act Number 1057-3, otherwise known as an act declaring that Sheikh Karimul Makdum Mosque as a national historical landmark. The mosque is considered as one of the Philippines' oldest existing Muslim houses of prayer. The new historical landmark is located in Tubig, Indangan Simunul, in the province of Tawi-Tawi. So this mosque is now a national historical landmark because this mosque is one of the oldest existing Muslim house of prayers, which means ang mosque nga dyan is um, old na gid siya and naging considered na ni Presidente Benigno S. Aquino as historical landmark and amoran ang act declaring Act 1057-3 or amoran ang act declaring nga ang Sikh Karimul Makdum Mosque is now a national historical landmark. Now, what are the elements of art can you see in Sheikh Karimul Makdum Mosque? Okay, line. Yes, there is line. Shape and form. As you can see sa mga doors na dyan or windows, may shape and form. Yes, also color. Texture, also soft ang nga texture. How about space? Positive space, ang space around sa mosque and the negative space, ang mga space around it. Now, let's proceed to next architecture of Mindanao. It's the Zamboanga City Hall. The construction of the historic building was commenced in 1905 by the federal government of the United States and was completed in 1907. The building served as the official residence of the U.S. military government of the Mora province. It later became the seat of government of the Department of Mindanao and Cebu and the defunct Zamboanga province. Since 1937, the building has been functioning as the City Hall of Zamboanga City. And this building has a Filipino colonial architectural design. So, this Zamboanga City Hall is first nga nag-serve siya as residence of U.S. military government. Or tapos, now, halin sa 1937, ang building ng function din nanda as City Hall kang Zamboanga City. And historic building na construction is during 1905. So it means ang building na siya is old na siya and still ginagamit kang ginagamit ba ng mga tanak as Zamboanga City Hall. Now, let us proceed to the elements of art. Let us discuss what are the elements of art can we see in Zamboanga City Hall. Okay, first gid ang line in any architectural o mga sa atin architectural sa Mindanao, first gid permi ang line. Makita gid natin ang line. Also shape and form. Makan si sa nga doors, windows, my architecture, my shape and form. How about color? Yes, there is color. Also, texture. Ang texture na is, yes, the texture is smooth. Okay, any other elements of art that you can observe? Okay, now let us proceed to the Maukom Mosque. This mosque, also known as Masjid di Maukom in Datu, Saudi Ampatuan, is initiated by Mayor Samsudin di Maukom to change the image of Maguindanao. They colored it pink to represent peace and love. He wanted it to be a symbol of unity and brotherhood for the whole Maguindanao. So you can see pink ang color ka mosque. As other mosque, ito usually white color. This one is different. Kaya ang color na is pink. Why pink? According to them, pink represent peace and love. Kaya this is located in Maguindanao. So usually when you see Maguindanao, ang first thing na sila sa ating isip is war or away. Away. So they colored it pink to represent peace and love, and the symbol just the unity and brotherhood of the whole people of Maguindanao. And now let us discuss what are the elements of art we can see in the Dimauco Mosque. Okay, first gid ang color nga pink. According to them, pink is the represent of peace and love. Okay, pink ang first color. Also, ang line. Kita natin ang line. Shape and form. Yes. May shape and form sa nga windows and door. Also, may mga shape man sa baba kong mga maske sa mga roof dapit. May mga shape man dyan. You can also see ang texture and space. Ito halos tanan nga elements of art na kita natin. Okay, now the last architectural design is the old church ruins. Old church ruins is the last one that we will discuss about the architectures of Maguindanao. Okay, first let us describe this. The island of Camiguin in Maguindanao holds some of the keys from the Spanish colonial era. These church ruins in the Central Cemetery and the National Museum of the Philippines reportedly declare them as national cultural treasures. So this Giob Church during pagdita sa Spanish colonial era. And hindi lang siya about sa picture mo lang ang Giob Church ruins. But sa likod na is there is also a called nga San Ken Cemetery. So since during pa ang Spanish era, colonial era ang Giob Church now gin-declare din ta na as national cultural treasure and gina-preserve gid ang this Giob Church ruins. Nag-preserve gid siya. For example, kung may something na naguba because of the natural calamities or disaster like earthquakes, um, they're going to ginakayad pero gina-preserve kung ano gid ang structures na why ginatangdag ang paghaman nato national cultural treasures why ginatanda unless may mga calamities nga natabo and naguba ang structures. Now, let us discuss what elements of art we can observe in Giob Church ruins. First of all, gid ang shape and form ng mga bricks. Okay, shape mga bricks. During colonial time, amo gid ang famous nga ginagamit magpatindag ka mga structures. Amo this kind of bricks. And this kind of bricks is very strong. The bricks. Okay, so this is the texture. You can also see line. There's line also. A color. A shape. Consider shape and form. Form kang ang window na dyan ko. Okay, there's also space. Now that we are all done in now we are done. It's on architecture son of Mindanao, and we also able to identify the elements of art that we can see in each architectures. Now that we are done, I will give you this paper, and you are going to answer on this paper. Okay, please get one in class. Okay, in this paper you can see the elements of line, which are the shape, line, shape and form, value, color, texture, and space. And sa right side, you can see the different architectures in Mindanao, which are the Grand Mosque of Cotabato City, Sheikh Karimul Makdum Mosques, Zamboanga City Hall, and the Mauco Mosque. And the last one is the Giug Church ruins. What you're going to do is write what elements of art can you see in each architectures. Write nyo sa line. For example, sa line, ano nga elements of art is line. So, ano nga mga lines ang nakita nyo? Curve lines or horizontal line, like that. So, shape and form. May kita ka mo shape and form. For example, kung wala mo lang kang makita dyan, leave the box empty or hindi nyo lang pagsulatan. Next. And then I will give you 10 minutes to answer this question. Okay, your 10 minutes starts now. Okay, time's up. Please pass your paper. Okay. Now, there are questions here, and we're going to answer it orally. First question. Give the importance of elements of art in the architectures of Mindanao. What is the importance of elements of art in architectures of Mindanao? We'll talk about it sa art. Kang nga nakikita natin. Who can answer? Yes? Okay, that's right. Any other answer? Yes. Okay. Now, let's proceed to second question. In your own understanding, what usually the subject of architectures of Mindanao and why? In your own lang understanding, anong mga subject architectures of Mindanao according sa atin nga gin-discuss? And why do you think amo din ang mga subject? Yes, please share it to the class. Yes, that is right. Any other answer? Yes? Okay. And now let's proceed to the last question. What is the relationship of elements of art and architectures of Mindanao? Or anong relationship ng elements of art and architectures? It is also according sa ating na-discuss according sa mga art na gin-present ko and gin-discuss. You can answer it. Yes? Okay, that is right. Okay, other answer? Yes? Okay, that's right. All your answers are correct. And now, please get your gadgets and this activity will be by mm, three pairs. So in one gadget, there three-person who would share it. We're using Kahoot. So since not all have internet connections, so I will group. You will choose who will be your group mates. So it's composed of three people in each group, and you are going to answer the questions. I will send the link on our GC. Okay, now the link is already sent, and open it. You open it, class. Can you access it? Okay. Now you will answer the questions. In each questions, there are only 7 items a question, and there are also multiple choice and um, true or false. Okay, um as everyone has their own group. Okay, very good. And you will have 10 minutes to answer the question. The timer starts now. Okay, time's up. I will going to check the it later and record your score. Just please send to our GC later who you are who you are your group mates, and so that I will identify your score. And now, before we end, I will give you an assignment. Choose one architecture based on the lesson presented or based sa ating na-discuss of, and there are the architectures of Mindanao. And you draw it using the elements of art, and you will identify what elements of art did you use. Draw it on 1/8 illustration board, and the elements of art should write in one whole pad paper and paste it into the back of your drawing. Okay, class. Explain ko ang assignment. Ang assignment, pili lang kamo sa mga na-present natin ng mga architectures in Mindanao and choose one, and you're going to do it on 1/8 illustration board. And then, ang mga gigamit nyo nga, don't forget nga, i-write nyo good, i-list down nyo ang mga elements of art na gigamit nyo. For example, sa line, what lines did you use? Kada. And now, ang sulat. And then, tapos dun nga mo, paste it on the back of your illustration board. Okay, so that you can review our lesson. I will send the PowerPoint presentation on our GC so you can access it and able to review our lesson for today. And para makaimo man kamukha ang assignment nyo. Is that all clear, class? Any other questions or clarification? Okay, if none, that will be the end of our lesson today. Don't forget your assignment, class. Okay, and don't forget to pass the assignment on Monday so that you have enough time to nga mag-obra kang assignment. Okay, that's all for today, class. Goodbye. Okay, thank you.